Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. This is a viewer's request, or commenter's request. We are doing my short list for the 2022 Pennsylvania Senate race. I've chosen 10 candidates who I think could run or could end up running at the end of the day. Or people who've already filed paperwork or have announced, major names that could end up being major names, or at least, you know, mid-tier candidates, top-tier candidates, no low-tier candidates, nothing like that. But let's just go on with number 10. Number 10, Carla Sands, a Republican. She's the ambassador to Denmark. I think she is still the ambassador. I don't think Joe Biden has released her yet, released her of her duties. But not much to her. I think she's a very boring, a bland politician, and she wouldn't bring much to the GOP at all, except the diversity, which would be another woman to another elected woman. And her con is that she's an unknown. Like, I didn't even know who she was until I had to do research for this video, and she was brought up in an article that she could end up running. But honestly, like, if she does, she won't make it. I think this next guy who hasn't been appointed to a position or elected to any position has a better chance at winning the nomination she does. Number 9, Everett Stern. This man has already declared, and he was the HSBC money scandal whistleblower. So there you go. He was a candidate for senator in 2016 as well, which we already know how that works. Pros, he has worked with Democrats in the past, an example being Maxine Waters despite her unpopularity. In cons, he's not well known. He's also a whistleblower, which could hinder his campaign. Who knows? There's not that many examples in history of a whistleblower running for an elected office, so this will be a fun experiment to look at, I guess. Number 8, Conor Lamb, the Democratic congressman from Pennsylvania 17. Pros, he can turn out more first-time voters, which is what I believe helped him win re-election against Sean Parnell. Excuse me. I think that helped him, despite the fact that he almost lost it. Some cons, again, he barely won re-election. His congressional seat is becoming more of a battleground, so if I had to guess, it is a battleground in 2022. Again, tempting a red wave year. And he's a bit boring. I just think he's boring. That's just my opinion. I think the guy is bland. Just very boring. Number 7, Josh Shapiro. He's the Pennsylvania Attorney General. Some pros, he is very experienced in politics despite his young age. Cons, he could be seen as part of the establishment, as the Wolf administration in Pennsylvania, Tom Wolf, is very unpopular amongst a lot of people, especially more so since the virus started. And Shapiro might not be the best pick for it. Might not be. But, again, I could see Democrats going with him over a lot of people, but still, like, you've got to risk that whole establishment handpick thing. People are becoming more and more, hey, we don't like that kind of thing. Uh, I think, yeah, number 5, Jim Kenney, the mayor of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, excuse me, a Democrat. Suppose he's very popular. Yeah, for a big city mayor, he is very popular. You don't really see that much too often, and when you do, these guys are very, very successful. Um, and yeah, and he is one of the few individuals who could buck the midterm trend in his state. He could actually make Pennsylvania go likely D if he was senator, if he ran against the right Republican, in my opinion. But his con is that he's made a few questionable ideals choices. Like, one, he put a tax on soda, or he attempted it. Yeah, a soda tax. Well then, that's something. Number 4, Don Jr. Like, I want to put him lower, but honestly, like, if you want, you can put Don Jr. below Josh Shapiro and Jim Kenney for me. That's just my opinion. But he's the son of former President Donald Trump. Some pros, he's got experience working with congressmen within the White House, so that would most likely help him out in, like, saying, hey, I think I can help out Republicans in the Senate, despite me never holding political office. He does have experience working with members of Congress. And some cons, he's in relation to the Capitol building riot. So, which is never fun. Never fun. And also, he's not from Pennsylvania. He's from New York. From New York, not Pennsylvania. Just gonna say that out now. Say that right now. It's from New York, not Pennsylvania. Number 3, or excuse me, number 4. I got my numbers mixed up. Sorry. Is Joe Sestak, the former Democrat congressman from Pennsylvania's 7th. Some pros is that he could help Democrats with the military veteran vote, something Democrats continue to fail in, especially Cal Cunningham. I can't believe I can't believe there are people who still thought he was gonna fucking win after that. Like, yeah, you clearly don't know anything about North Carolina and the heavy fucking veteran population if you thought Cunningham was gonna win after that scandal broke out. And some cons his age, he's 69 years old. He might as well just retire from politics, which I'm pretty sure he has by now. And, like, you don't want to put, like, older people, like, at least that age, like, maybe 60 at the latest. It would be the latest age you'd put someone in there who, hasn't, like, someone like Mitch McConnell who's in his 70s, yeah, like, you can keep putting him in there because, like, he already has experience doing the job. And he's been in there for years. And, but Joe Sestak's only been in Congress for, I think, 1 or 2 different terms, so that's like 2 or 4 years. So he doesn't have that much experience in Congress. Number 3, Sean Parnell. I like this guy a lot. He's a Fox News contributor. Sorry. Some pros, he's very popular with younger Pennsylvanians, younger Americans, which helped him almost beat Conor Lamb. I think if he were to run again against Conor Lamb, he'd win. That's just my opinion. Some cons, he's associated with Fox, which, if you know anything about Fox, they're becoming more and more unpopular as days go by. Sorry, Fox News. And he's already lost an election already. He lost to, again, Conor Lamb, so I don't know if people would be too keen on having him run again. But that's just my opinion. Number 2 is good old John Fetterman, the Big Show. He is the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania. So Bros is very popular in both red and blue counties. Probably one of the most popular politicians in the country. Well, scratch that. Just popular nonetheless. I think one of the most popular in Pennsylvania, absolutely. But he's very popular nationwide. And cons, he could turn off younger voters. But then again, that probably won't do much. Considering the guy has, again, his popularity could, could just make that null void. And my personal favorite to run and win the Senate seat is good old Mike Kelly, the Republican congressman from Pennsylvania 16. I just love this guy so much. Some pros, experience in Congress can appeal to both the traditional and Trump Republicans. As far as I know, he did not. Sorry, my brain's not working. He did not try to test the election results, try to overturn the election. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me. But if he did, but still, it wasn't reported on as much as it should have been. Some cons, he's, again, same with Sestak, his age, he's 72 years old. People might not, want him in the Senate because he might pass away. Or Republicans might, and he might pass away, and Democrats can win the governor's seat and put a Democrat when he passes away. He could be unpopular never mind, he did challenge the election. My mistake. But yeah, he could be unpopular due to that, which absolutely might be. I think anyone who challenged the election is going to have a tough time in 2022. Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley are just going to have a problem these next 4, 5, 6 years. It's going to be tough for them, in my opinion. But yeah, Mike Kelly is my personal pick to become senator. Just my personal choice. But if I had to make a guess right now as to who I think will be the nominees for both parties, I think Republicans are going to go with Everett Stern. I think he'll win the Republican nomination, and I do think John Fetterman is going to landslide the Democrat nomination. Unless another big name pops in there, John Fetterman's essentially the only big name in there. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Chaotic One saying, peace.